Hello, everyone. My name is Kyreem Oakes, and I'm honored to have this opportunity to celebrate the life and times of the late, great Dr. Listervelt Middleton. So please, come on this journey with me as we celebrate one of our ancestors. The late, great Dr. Listervelt Middleton was born in 1952 in Pineville, South Carolina. He was inspired at an early age to strive for greatness by his parents, Simon and Matilda Middleton. He was a product of Berkeley County Public Schools, and he graduated from Columbia's own Benedict College, where he also received an honorary degree. Dr. Middleton was a leading scholar on the history of African people throughout the diaspora. He worked as a news director for WOIC before moving on to South Carolina Educational Television. One of his biggest accomplishments at ETV was producing and hosting his award-winning show, For the People. During this time, he interviewed numerous scholars, historians, activists, and educators. And now, let's take a look at some of the brilliant African minds that were interviewed by Dr. Listervelt Middleton. A published poet, scholar, and historian, Listervelt used his talents to educate the world about the contributions of Africans and African Americans to humanity and world civilizations. He used all platforms to connect his listeners and readers to their ancestors, rich history, and cultural heritage. This can be seen in a few of his publications, such as Fatback and Caviar, We Be the Creosote People, Southern Winds, African Breezes, and On the Origin of Things. He worked continuously to dispel the myths about people of African descent. Dr. Middleton was inducted into the South Carolina Black Hall of Fame in 1992 and was one of 12 South Carolinians chosen to be featured in Southern Belle's 1993 African American History Calendar. He also received an honorary degree from Benedict College. As a result of his work with For the People, he was invited to Barbados, the West Indian British Commonwealth nation, to serve as an advisor to the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation. Dr. Listervelt Middleton was a gentle giant, a visionary leader who loved his Africanness and wanted his people to do the same. He fought to change the negative views of Africans and African Americans and never hesitated to tackle what some would call controversial issues. Dr. Middleton will be remembered for his smile, humble nature, and dedication to his people. He will also be remembered for his dedication to his family, his wife Ernestine, and his two children, Bakari and Zakiah. He was loved by all who truly got to know him. The impact of his work is still felt to this day. And now we will hear from Dr. Middleton himself as he recites one of his masterpieces on the origin of things.
Look around you, black child. Your creation is everywhere. Though painted, distorted, given new names, they bear your prints just the same. So sharpen your eyes, tune your ear, so you know what you see, understand what you hear. You were the first to write, the first to read. Humanity sprang from your black seed. For 110,000 years, you were here alone. And then the Caucasian man was born. Behind the ice, inside the cold, a chill set in this new man's soul. Other minds have been credited with the things they learned from you. Newton, Pythagoras, Kepler, and Galileo too. Sharpen your eyes, tune your ear, so you'll know what you see, understand what you hear. You made the serpent the symbol of the healing arts, and African justice was goddess Mat, who weighed herself against the African soul, truth and justice blindfold. The George Washington Monument is yours too, a copy of the African Tekenu, the symbol of the black world's powers of creation, the black man's penis in divine procreation. The king of southern Egypt wore the white crown. Keep listening and you catch your mouth when you learn that the central government in Egypt was known as the White House. Sharpen your eyes, tune your ear, so you'll know what you see, understand what you hear. Your god Osiris was restored to life long before Buddha, long before Christ. And today what you call the Madonna and Child is but the first black family worshipped along the Nile. And when you feel the Spirit, the Holy Ghost, you should know it started at Abydos, where God Osiris's body was laid, the Holy Land, where Africans prayed. Minute by minute, hour by hour, as you lose your history, you lose your power. So sharpen your eyes, tune your ear, so you'll know what you see, understand what you hear.
O great ancestor, we thank you for laying a strong and righteous path for us to follow. We thank you for being the voice of the many ancestors that walked before you and for conveying our story, a true depiction of cultural heritage and greatness. Rest assured that your work continues and your efforts will never be forgotten. We love you and we miss you. Dr. Listervelt Middleton.